I didn't lose my job in a way that anyone would remember. There was no shouting, no confrontation, no dramatic meeting where someone slammed a folder onto the table. I was called into HR on a Tuesday afternoon and told my position was being restructured due to changing priorities. They slid a severance packet across the table before I even sat down. By the time I returned to my desk, my access badge no longer worked. They said it wasn't personal. That phrase stayed with me longer than it should have. For 3 years, I'd worked as a compliance analyst for a mid-sized firm operating in a heavily regulated industry. The job wasn't glamorous, but it mattered. Every process we used had to be defensible to regulators who didn't care about intent, only documentation. I documented everything, not because I was paranoid, but because mistakes in my field didn't get fixed with apologies. They got fixed with evidence. 6 months after I was laid off, the company was audited. I found out because a former coworker called me late one night, voice tight. "They're asking about the reporting framework," he said. "Your framework." Regulators don't ask who presented a system, they ask who created it. They requested access logs, development timelines, version histories, authentication records. Everything had timestamps. Every timestamp pointed to me. The company's legal team argued the system was work for hire under my employment contract. My attorney didn't argue ownership, he argued authorship. Authorship establishes responsibility. Responsibility establishes liability. Once that connection was made, the company panicked. They tried to retroactively amend documentation. They offered me a consulting contract. They hinted at cooperation. The regulators weren't interested. The timeline was immutable. They settled before enforcement actions were finalized, quietly, expensively. No apology ever came. I didn't go back. I didn't want a victory. I wanted distance from a system that only respected precision when it was forced to.